On this video behind me, you'll probably see some surfers catching some epic waves. Hopefully, there's been some massive waves that have come in this morning that they've caught. Welcome back to the channel. I don't know if you can see behind me, but there are some surfers out there. But 6 of them I counted, and 2 of them on the beach now. Pretty cool. It's nice early morning. I think it's about 9 o'clock in the morning. So yeah, this one I thought to talk about something that we face quite often in pediatrics. It's the sick letter or script that we write. So we often have to, we see a lot of sick patients, obviously, and many of them are of school-going age, and they need actually letters to say, they're in hospital or they're sick and they booked off for a certain amount of time. So we end up writing scripts for them. So, especially if it's like close to the weekend, we give them the weekend off if they've been unwell. It depends on what illness they have. But we generally don't like to book them off school, because school is so important. People don't understand how important it is, not just for the school aspect, but for the social aspect of it. It's just so important for children to be around others as much as possible, especially in the formative developing years. So we don't like to, or I don't like to book the children off a lot of school time. Even though when I was young and I got sick, I would just beg for a school certificate so I could just chill at home. When I was young, actually when I was older also. What we find funny is that the parents want sick letters off as well. Now, obviously, that's the situation. You've got a sick kid to look after. Ideally, especially if the child is unwell and has been off for a few days, you'd want the parent to be off as well. It makes sense. So we can only write a letter for the child saying, look here, the child's sick, this is going to be the time that he needs to recover. So then they present that to their work and they submit family responsibility leave. But what we'll find out is that the parents force us, or try to force us, to book them off for work even when the children are not that sick. Yeah, so what we find out is that parents want us to book them off as well. That's usually the dads, especially. They'll so the child will come in with the flu, child's fine, go home, rest, go rest for a few days. But the mother's looking after the child usually. That's usually our situation, our mother or grandmother. And then they'll ask for letters for their work. The father will want to be booked off for a week from work. And I'm like, the audacity. Like, the child's fine. Yes, someone needs to look after the kid, but I can't book you off for work. And they get very angry when I can't do that. Very angry. For some reason, they think they're entitled to get sick letters all the time for work. And it's this huge money thing. And actually, there's been lots of situations where we find our sick notepads and doctor's stamps are stolen at Livingston Hospital. Some guy had stolen some doctor's stamp and a batch of sick notes. And outside the hospital, he was running this little business. I think I'm going to walk back this way. Outside the hospital, he was running this little business, this little giant business, where he was selling 2 days off, or a day off for 500 rand or something. 500 for 2 days off. So you pay him 500 rand, and then he would write a script for you and book you off for 2 weeks using some doctor's stamp. Luckily, I think some employer picked up on this, because a lot of his employees were being booked off. And he called the hospital, and then there was this whole inquiry, and luckily it wasn't me, but one of the doctor's stamp was brought in, and found out that he reported, luckily, that his stamp had been stolen. And people were just submitting this. So it was a big thing. Police were involved and all that. It was a big thing. Criminal charges for those people. It's a very big offense. It's a medical legal document that we write up. And especially for my young junior doctors, when they start off, they feel like they get pressurized by the family into just booking them off. But you have to be very strict about who gets off, for how long, for what reason. So I always write up a script for the child. I put the child's details. I say what the child's got sometimes. Well, I'll just say, I'll just blanketly say the child's got a medical condition. So this is a big wave. Child's got a medical condition, and then I'll just say the child's sick for me to present him this time. I'm discharging him on this day. I think he needs to be cared for at home for another 2 days. That should be fine. And then hopefully they will then submit it to their HR department. But I'm never writing up a sick note just for the parent, because that doesn't make any sense. Let's walk out back. So it's kind of crazy, and we get a lot of pressure from parents to book them off for work, and it's actually a very serious thing. So we have to take it quite seriously. If you're any junior doctors listening, it's a legal document, so don't just dish it out willy-nilly. We have to actually be very strict with guidelines to see who actually gets booked off. And yeah, we actually get that pretty often. I even got one yesterday where they're like, oh, try to sweet talk you type of thing. Oh, doctor, just book me off for tomorrow. And I'm like, the kid is discharged, he's fine. He needs to go to school tomorrow. You need to get to work. I can't do that, unfortunately. I'm quite strict that way. Have a lekker one.